This guy is not a liked guy. He's a guy that some people are in the middle, are careful on what to say about him because they know they need him. Some people are very careful to see if you push too much, he may overregulate you. He may take, because he's got a lot of power. He's like a
Gary
Jerome
Gensler.
Powell. This guy's a very powerful person in America.
Yeah, you brought up Jerome Powell. Is he bigger than Powell?
No, he's not bigger. I don't know if he's bigger. No, he's not bigger than Powell. Powell may be, Shamat says Powell may be the most powerful man because he controls wars. If the interest rates go high, you can't finance a war. But what are your thoughts about what he's doing with Ripple? The Ripple army, I had John D. Eaton here, the lawyer representing Ripple. What are your thoughts about what's going on with Ripple and how he is handling the Ripple case?
Ripple's an unregistered security. It's pretty obvious. There's a company. The company owns a bunch of it. They sell it to the general public, but they never took the company public. There's no disclosures, right? So the SEC's position is you're selling an unregistered security. It's a crypto token, right? Just like Ethereum is an unregistered security. It's controlled by a few people in the Ethereum Foundation and Consensus.
Fair. Then here's a question.
Just like FTT, just like Solana.
Perfect. But here's a follow-up on that,
They're
Michael.
all unregistered securities.
Here's a follow-up on that.
Right.
I don't own a single Ripple, just so we know. So full disclaimer, I'm not a Ripple guy. But if both of them are unregistered, why target Ripple and not target Ethereum the way he is targeting Ripple? And by the way, this is coming from a guy that owns Ethereum, not Ripple.
Yeah, I think the best thing for the world would be if the SEC pretty much shut down all of it. It's all unethical, right? I mean, the Bitcoin position would be Bitcoin is an ethical commodity. All of these other altcoins are unregistered securities. They're all just equity tokens issued by a company in order to get around going public, and they're committing securities fraud.
Ethereum included.
Of course, especially Ethereum. You know, Ethereum's got $20 billion of ETH token locked up in the staking contract right now, and there's a couple of people that may or may not give it back to you ever. Now, isn't that the definition of investment contract? If a bank took $20 billion of your assets, froze the window and said you can't have your money back ever, maybe in the year 2024, we're not sure. We're just going to keep it. We may actually give you interest on it. We may take it all. We may slash it. That's the definition of a security, right? It's an investment of money in a common enterprise, relying upon the efforts of others and expectation of profit. The whole point is if you want a crypto asset to be a commodity, you can't rely upon 4 engineers, a company, a CEO. If a person can make a decision, it's not a commodity anymore. The fact is, Ripple's got a company, Ethereum's got a company. Ethereum Foundation has engineers. You are literally waiting on the engineers that work for the Ethereum Foundation to write the code to give you your money back. And then you're also waiting to find out what the monetary policy will be. They change it half a dozen times in the last 6 years. It's always changing.
To you, it's XRP and Ripple the same thing?
They're both unregistered securities. XRP and XRP is just the equity token of Ripple. Yeah. I mean, it seems quite obvious, right? If you want a roadmap for how you create a commodity, you have to do it the way Satoshi did it. You create a protocol, you give it to the world, you disclaim beneficial ownership of it, you disclaim control of it, and you disappear. That's what Satoshi did. It was a gift to the world. If the founder's still around and the founder is a billionaire and the founder is spending hundreds of millions or billions of dollars to defend the token, isn't it obvious that it's a software company with an equity? So I think that that's pretty evident with all these crypto tokens. What you have is the complete sham Ponzi schemes, like that collapse in a hurry, like Terra Luna. Then you have crypto tokens that are unregistered securities that are perhaps somewhat pseudo-competently managed that don't collapse, but they're still unregistered securities, which makes them unethical to promote. And then you have cryptocurrencies like Tether and Circle. They attempt to have backing, right? Circle purports to have 100% backing for their coin. We know that to like 83% of Tether deposits are backed by U.S. Treasuries if you're to believe their attestations. But again, those are not publicly traded companies. So I think the one thing that's missing in the crypto industry is, by and large, nearly everybody in the crypto market has never taken a company public. They don't understand securities law. They're like, if you're going to be kind, you're going to say they're well-meaning technologists that are enthusiastically pursuing new ideas. But generally, they're pursuing new ideas in an irresponsible, inappropriate, unethical fashion.
Is that based on greed? What is that based on?
The same reason Sam did it. Is one part greed, one part enthusiasm, go fast and break things, one part lack of adult supervision, right? What you could say is that you know, the regulators ought to just be very, very clear. If you were very clear, you'd say, look, you've got like 180 days in order to register your token with the SEC, and you register and fill out these forms, give us all these facts, answer our questions, and we'll tell you whether you're a currency, whether or not you're a commodity, whether or not you're a security, and whether or not you're allowed to trade. And at the end of the 180 days, if you haven't actually registered, you're shut down and nobody can buy and sell and trade this thing anywhere in the world. And that would actually clean up the industry in a hurry.